Had to make a way. Bitch, it's Taurus and Dre. Say I had to make a way. Ayy, 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 ayy. Had to make a way. Ayy, yeah. My mama was away. Ayy, ayy. Had to make a way. Ayy. Had to make a way. Ayy. Dre. My mama was away. My daddy was away. I ain't had no place to stay.
Hey guys, so sorry, I'm just trying to get my hair up really quickly. I'm a mess. Okay, so push the camera back a little bit. Hopefully I'm in focus. It seems like I am. I think I am. Okay, cool. If this whole entire video is out of focus, my bad. I'll do better next time. But, okay, this is my thing. My main thing right now. I also forgot to put my headband on 1 second because I literally took it out for this, had it on, took it off for a shot, and then forgot. Okay, now we're good. Now we're together. Okay, that's the thing. That's the main thing that I wanted to talk about. Well, not on this video, but in this second. Oh my gosh, stop. I really want to get better about not saying especially because it seems like I've replaced other filler words with this filler, and it's probably one of the worst because it's not even a word, and I say it not even just like no, I say like really loudly in between words, and people say, oh, it's not that bad. I'm pretty sure they're just being nice to me. I turned on a video to check if the sound quality was okay, like a live stream, and all I could hear was like in between every word, and I was just like, okay, you need to pause, you need to practice, you need to stop doing that. So that is my goal in this video. I really don't want to have to edit this video. The reason I'm coming on today with this video, did I say or is that in my head? Check yourself. The reason that I want to make this little sit down coffee time, and yes, I did catch that, coffee time video, coffee time video today was because I'm feeling kind of just out of my groove right now. I feel just tired and a bit maybe lonely. I don't know, not like desperate lonely, like in a way that I've had no human interaction, and I mean, I haven't really today, but I did catch that one as well. Let's just keep going. Other than like the checkout lady at the dollar store and the clerk at the post office, let's keep going. I've just been like at home, but this was, I think I've been home a week now since I worked last, because I went flying for 3 days, which is my job. I'm a flight attendant. So I went flying for 3 days, and then I had off 2 days, and then I was on call for 3 days, but I did not get used. This was my last on-call day, and I hadn't really, to be honest, I don't think I left the house for those full 5 days. Obviously, that was a short but I still said it. Let's keep going. What is it called? So, obviously, I did leave the house when I was flying for those 3 days. Oh my gosh, yes, I really need to work on this. But I just, 5 days, I guess, I live in a pretty small apartment. I love it, and it's super cozy, it's super homey. Caught myself that time. And generally, besides late at night, caught myself. Besides late at night, if I'm home, generally my roommate, which is my younger brother, is not home. And if he's home, I'm usually out flying about. Honestly, most of the time, he's just here by himself. But just so happens, a lot of the times when I am actually here, I feel like he's working a lot. So we both have essential jobs. So even though most people are staying home for work and everything right now, transportation and the food industry are considered essential. And so me and him are still both working. I don't know what I call myself. So there's that, but I really haven't been working as much as I normally do. A lot of things kind of compiled at one time to make it that way. They don't really need us, so they're not calling us on call, which is very unusual for my airline. Very unusual. And on top of that, before I had 3 weeks of vacation, so I was home a lot then. And I don't know if maybe that's also adding to how I'm feeling is, I came off of vacation, and I'm one of those people that never actually goes on vacation. Whenever I have a vacation, it's like, okay, now it's time to work. You are going to work harder than you've ever worked in your entire life. And I am so sorry because I live in a very, very old apartment building. So that was someone flushing the toilet in a different apartment. Let me close the bathroom door. One day I will get this right. But so I think because when I did have vacation, I was very, very busy, and I had a lot of people in town. We were working on a ton of projects and just trying to be really just kickstart forward motion of productivity, because I do this productivity group on a different YouTube channel called Walking Produce, where it's 4 friends that are all creators, are kind of holding each other accountable for their own creative journey and kind of pushing each other forward. And so we were really we were all in the apartment over my vacation and pushing each other forward, helping each other on projects, working on Walking Produce itself. And we were going running every day. It was super, super positive. Shout out to Mora Mitchell, because she's one of them, and she was the one that was going running with me every single day. Sadly, I have not been running since. It kind of just all compiled after we went running 6 days in a row. We hadn't been working out before that, and then I was like, okay, I need a day off. Then one day turned into 2, and then I ended up going, and of course I can still work out when I am working and traveling, but I just didn't. I think I might have worked out in my hotel once, but that was it. And then after that, it became this weird thing with the coronavirus becoming more and more serious, and I've just been staying inside possibly way too much. No, definitely way too much. I know we're supposed to stay inside, but you need fresh air. I definitely need fresh air. That's specifically why I moved to this area in New York, because there's such a beautiful park just outside my door. I can go into that park. I did catch that, by the way. I can go to that park at any time, and there's not too many people, and it's just breathtaking and feels like you're not even in New York City at all, and it's gorgeous. So I feel like that's something I need to make more of a priority, especially if I'm going to be staying inside for the foreseeable future. I mean, I do work again this coming week, but not for like another 4 days. And I really want to make an effort to continue what I've been doing because I'm super excited, and I do think things have picked up a lot as far as my productivity and my focus personally on my own goals and myself over the past month in comparison to the first couple months of the year. I started the Sew With Me live streams that I've been doing the last few days, and if you've been someone that's joined me on any of those streams, thank you. It's awesome, like, that people are actually like sitting through them. I don't know how you do it. I feel like it can't be that interesting, but it's very motivating. But that's also why I wanted to come on here and just take a minute and check in with myself and just explore how I'm feeling, because today was hard. I had to go to the post office because I had to mail something, and therefore I was like, let me take advantage, let me go to the grocery store, let me get whatever else I need for the apartment so that I don't have to go out again for a while, at least to the store and whatnot. And it felt like so much to just have to go to the store. And that's kind of when you start to like fear, like, is there something underlining? Is there a little bit of depression seeping in? And I say this because I'm a person that's very self-aware, and I've experienced, different aspects of that in the past, and I just try my best to wake up every day and be as positive as possible and grateful as possible, and take advantage of the time that we're given. And I really have tried so hard to not let myself fall into a very depressive state. I'm not talking about right now, but like just in general over the past few years. And I feel like I have really done a great job, because in the past it's been, something that might extend for months, I can now get over within a couple days, because I allow myself to feel what I'm feeling, but I also, try to focus on what is important and what is like positive in my life at the moment. And it's made such a difference. So, yeah, I don't think it is depression. I do think if I focus too much on what's currently going on in the world, and I think about, my friends that have it much harder, people that, are working in the hospitals and kind of like on the front lines of everything. I can't imagine what they're going through, because this is just an awful, awful time. And just looking at all the numbers, it can really kind of like, it's a weird thing, because it can make you feel like, wow, this is so awful, and it's so haunting. Like, every day the numbers just keep doubling and tripling, and nothing is really flattening out. I mean, as far as this side of the world at least. And so there's that feeling of, it's an unknown, terrible, looming thing is happening around us, but not to us specifically, at least not specifically to me. And so there's like a disconnect. It's like it's happening, but it's not happening. Should we be worried, or should we just live our life? And so, yeah, there's that, and there's that weird thing. And then there's also this thing that I'm grappling with of, well, my life hasn't changed that much because, you know, I travel for a living, and when I'm traveling, there was another one. I travel for a living, and when I'm doing that, then I'm, out and about visiting people, and sometimes not. Sometimes I'm just exploring different hotels and deciding what kind of bedding I like the best, or checking off whether a hotel has an amazing bathtub or not. Sometimes I don't get out at all, but most of the time I do, or I have people coming to New York to visit me on my off days. And then when I don't have people visiting me on my off days, I have so much to do. Like, my to-do lists are forever endless, and I put so much time into just what I need to get done to make my own goals happen. So being home is a blessing for me because, I should be happy I have so much time to like focus on what I want to get done. But then when does it become too much? I just like knocked my headband off. I'm like having a serious conversation, and then my headband ruins the whole thing. But when does it become like too much? Like, you can't, it's like kind of like the thing of like, they say you should never work for more than 2 hours at a time because you're no longer being productive. You need a break. Well, the same as like if you just hold up in your workspace for days on end, nothing's gonna come of it because eventually you're just gonna start to unwind. And that's kind of how I feel. And so today I've really just taken time to sit with myself, read, have a glass of wine, have an evening cup of coffee because that's what I enjoy, have all the sweets in my entire house at one time, and just, take that break for myself because I just can't do anything at this moment. Like, I feel drained, and I have no reason to feel drained because I'm personally not going through anything. I'm literally should be so lucky. Why is it so out of focus? I feel like it's been out of focus this entire time. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. But yeah, so I feel like I should be grateful, and I am. I am very grateful for the life I have. I am truly, truly grateful. But it just feels blah. Sometimes you just have a blah day, and I'm trying to figure out how I can prevent that, maybe, or if I'm starting to feel those blahs, like how I can kind of like turn the day around. And that was my trash compactor, which is right next to the front door of the apartment. So, thank you so much for watching this rambly little video thing. I don't really know what it was. I don't really know if it makes sense or if I'm even gonna post this because, I don't know, it's kind of whiny, it's kind of negative. But we'll see. One more positive note, really positive note. Let's take it out for a minute. My lips are so chapped. Please don't get too close to the video screen because not a good situation. Really, really not a good situation. But if you're still watching this, I want you to go over and check out my friend Mora Mitchell because she is a wonderful creator. She's super creative. She makes all different types of videos, and she's posting every single day for the next 60 days. And that is why I'm putting this video out today, because I really didn't feel up to doing a live stream today, but I have been challenged to follow her and post every single day for 60 days, so that is what I'm doing. And yeah, her videos, honestly, they're freaking gorgeous. And like I said, they're all different. A lot of them are quite short, so you can just binge them all at one time. So go ahead, check her out.